Okay, welcome to this week's edition of the Friday Five. I'm Ben Rosehart, joined this week by redshirt junior Danni Barton from the Concordia women's soccer team. Danni, how are you doing today?
I'm good, Ben. How are you?
Doing great. Thank you so much for being with us. Let's get right into it. We have 5 questions for you today, Danni. My first question for you, obviously being a talented women's soccer player, curious how closely you follow the U.S. women's national team, and if you have any favorite players or connections just over the years.
To be quite honest, I don't really follow too in depth. Definitely like when the World Cup's around and when the Olympics are here. Hopefully we get those back soon. I do have a few friends that I grew up with that have been drafted over the last 2 or 3 years. And I know that them being rookies this year with COVID going on, it's a little bit different. But say that my favorite player on the full team right now is going to be Megan Rapinoe. And I hope in the next couple of years, those will change to people that I actually know personally. So I think it's just going to be interesting to see how it kind of all pans out.
Great answer. Great answer. I love watching both the U.S. women's national team and the U.S. men's national team. And the U.S. women's team has just been phenomenal, really over the last 2 decades plus now. And obviously want to ask a little bit more just about your style of play, your skill set, and your personality. How do you feel that has translated very well to what Coach Gould, Coach Shane, and all the Eagles system is here at Concordia in terms of how you contribute?
I think just being someone that's coachable is super important to any coach in general, but our coaches especially, they really hit the nail on the head with that. Being coachable is super important. I mean, it doesn't always mean that you're not going to make mistakes because they expect you to make mistakes, but just being able to learn from them. And I mean, I'm now a 4th year technically. So going through that, my 4 years here at Concordia has helped me just be more coachable and kind of adapt to different situations on the field and even in practice.
Have you had a chance to travel to other countries, or are there some countries you still would like to go visit, like on a bucket list?
Yeah, so I was just abroad last semester. I studied in Barcelona, and because of COVID, I got sent home early. I didn't get to finish all my trips, but I definitely would go back to Barcelona. I love it there. I've been there a few times, so I wouldn't say it's home, but it definitely felt like home for a couple months while I was there. And I probably would want to go to the Philippines because my mom's from there. But going back to Europe, I think I want to go to London. I don't have anything like that I want to see there, but I mean, they speak English, so that's nice. And all the other European countries that I've been to, their native language isn't English, so I think it would just be cool to go.
Great answers. Wow. Also, what is your major and dream job if you could just pick one out of a hat?
I'm still under exercise sports science. I know we changed to kinesiology. I just didn't go over with that change. So my emphasis is allied health, and I want to go into physical therapy. But I've also got a business minor and a psych minor. I could do something along the lines of sports psych. I really enjoy psychology too, but preferably I would want to be a physical therapist and then maybe one day open up my own clinic.
A lot of great options there, obviously, whether it's physical therapy, other, sports, psychology, rehab. There's a lot of ways you can help others. And whether it's contributing as a player or in different ways, there's a lot of good options there for you. It sounds really promising. Absolutely. Okay, my last question. What's one of your favorite memories here at Concordia? It can be soccer related. It could be somewhere else on campus, just from what you've been able to experience so far.
This year being a little bit different. This is my first year living not on campus, so I would have to say that being on campus and living with my teammates has always been so fun, and especially being with the people that are in the same class as me. I think it's really just let us bond. But one thing that stood out to me was we went to Hawaii my sophomore year, and just the start of that trip was just super fun. We did really well over there also, and we ended up finishing well that year at the end of the season. But I think anytime I get to go travel with my teammates, because I mean, they're my best friends, we're together all the time, so.
Well, thank you so much, Danni, for joining us on the Friday Five. Good luck to you and all your teammates the rest of the school year, and we look forward to seeing you out there soon. Thanks again.
Thank you.
Take care.
You too.